Well, welcome today to this wealth training. And what I want to share with you today are 5 ways for you to use your competition to boost your cash flow. Now, it might seem a little bit strange for me to say that. How can you use your competitors to increase your business's cash flow? I mean, shouldn't that be the opposite way, that your competitors, why would they want to help you increase your cash flow? Well, one way or the other, I'm going to share with you 5 specific techniques that are going to help turn even the competitors that you thought you were fighting fiercely for market share with. First, number one, the first way is for you to joint venture with your competition. Now, why in the world would they ever want to do that? Well, every business has certain clients that they've worked with, that they've sold everything that they're going to buy to, that they're no longer going to be repeat business for. They basically become what I call sated leads. These are basically clients that have had all their buying needs fulfilled, and they're not going to go on and buy more. Every business also has what I would call leads that are stale. These are leads that came into that business that for one reason or another that business couldn't close or convert into a paying customer or into another paying customer. So how can you joint venture with your competition? Maybe you could basically refer your people who come in, leads that come into you, to your competition. Now you might say, well, why in the world would I ever do that? Well, if you created a profit share model where they would pay you for those referral leads and they would be better served that way, maybe that would be worthwhile for you. Maybe you could create a way that you could buy wholesale from your competitor, and then you could basically either private label, in other words, you could take their label off, put your label on with permission in the relationship and sell to your people who'd want that product or service. Or maybe you could buy wholesale, sell your competitor's product to your people with the competitor's name on it. That depends on the industry and depends on the product or service, but certainly you're taking the asset you've created, which is a new lead or an existing client, and you've leveraged that to create more cash flow by basically offering your competitors product or service. You could also do number 2, which is to do the exact opposite. The third would be to buy your competitors stale, sated, or unconverted dead, we'll call dead leads. In other words, each business has these certain leads that they weren't able to convert. Well, maybe you can pay a certain dollar per lead, or maybe you could pay with a percentage of the profits of what you share when you sell your product or service with. The fourth way for you to profit from your competitors is to do something called the reciprocal exchange program. What does that mean? Well, a reciprocal leads exchange program is something that's done very often in the direct mail industry. For example, catalog companies do this all the time, where catalog companies will take their leads that they have for their catalog of buyers, non-buyers, and people on their list, and they'll put it together into a common pool, and when they do that, they'll have access to other people. You might have 20 different catalog companies who share into a common pool, which allows each of the other companies to expand the number of leads. They put in, 1 million leads, they get 1 million leads that they can tap into for their direct mail.